Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. I am the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. We're going to be picking up with session 39 of After the Azure Calm. That is a whole bunch of words that my mouth did not want to say. Now, unfortunately, on YouTube, there is a session missing. Session 38 just doesn't exist, sadly. I made an error whilst uploading, and it just didn't load properly. I then deleted the raw footage because it was like 20-something gigabytes of data, but I was like, I don't have room for this. And it's gone. The VOD doesn't exist on Twitch anymore, so sadly, it's gone. Which I am very sad about, because we managed to fit in the entire climax of this entire story arc, with the big climactic battle with Neutral. But
which is now gone.
It is gone, but we will do our best to give a brief, but detailed summary of how that battle went once we let the introductions occur. So with that, Nick, who are you?
Well, I'm Nick, you just said this, but for people who don't know, I am Strider Winters everywhere on the internet. I am Bardic's admin on Discord, I am a mod on his Twitch, and I am a constant player in this wonderful campaign After the Azure Calm, playing as Mercurius Thorak, who is both the captain and the doctor of Marine Special Ops Group 69. You can find me here every other Saturday. You can find me also every other Thursday on the Undead Chaos channel, playing in a Curse of Strahd game, which is wonderful.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, with that, we shuffle on over to James. James, do you wish to communicate with words or sounds today?
Wow.
Or just start talking like The Sims. Higgle baggle. Jonathan Hofroggle.
Okay, no, I need to not, because on Thursday I discovered I can pull a really weird face and make a very strange sound, and
Well, now you have to.
it just amused me to no end. Like, you know
What
how...
is it?
Okay,
Do
so
it,
you
it.
know like the stereotypical thing when someone's upset is to do a frown, but like, who the fuck actually frowns? You know, like the upside down smiley face.
It doesn't work. It's ridiculous. Also, I just noticed, Bardic, why does one side of your V-neck have more buttons than you have buttonholes?
Fashion. Also, I assume they're spare buttons.
You should, like, button the top button into the bottom.
Well, that's it, because it only actually buttons up to there, and then there's just like spare buttons on the side for fashion or spare buttons. I don't know. Well, you know, maybe if I feel like doing that and have, I can't do that on Twitch because that's not allowed. But you know, if I want a little titty window, like one specific titty window. James, who are you?
I am the person without a titty window, for I have my titties blatantly out for the world to see.
Well,
Not
no,
on
not the
Twitch.
world. Just for you, because you're in your room.
Just for you and the
Well, if I
cat.
open my window, then
Well,
it will
maybe
be a
the
window
world.
that shows my titties. So therefore,
There you go.
there I go. I am James. I am playing Jimmy the Skunk. And the rest is just blank. I know nothing about corpses. Moving on.
And we have context of this story, but without it, it sounds like, you know, you're desperately trying to say, like, I don't know anything about corpses, especially not the one by the river. It wasn't me. That,
No,
Hey, Jimmy, how you
Ossifer.
doing? Corpses? What corpses? I don't know anything about
No,
corpses.
Ossifer. I know nothing about corpfish.
Rin, who are you?
Hold on. Hold on. Wait.
Still on his phone.
Okay.
Wait.
He knows about corpses.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Rin knew about corpses.
I do
He
know.
probably took forensics in high school and
I
shit.
didn't take forensics.
What?
I did not take forensics.
Oh.
But
Well
why do
done.
you know so much about corpses?
Don't worry about it.
Well, now I am!
That is the number one easiest way to make somebody worry is say don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Fucking.
Listen, where I come from, asking questions can be dangerous.
Soon you'll know about corpses if you're not careful.
Okay, so Rin,
What am I doing here? What other
saying
than
who you are.
giving
Who are you?
some poor attorney 20 years from now a horrible time?
20 years?
On the plus side, in 20 years from now, we're going to have a new viewer for all these episodes. They're going to watch, like, nearly 40 sessions worth of crap to get to this proof, Rin.
This is true. This is true.
Thank you for
What
the,
am I
like,
talking
12
about? I'm
pence
introducing.
in-
Oh yeah, I'm Rin. I think that's about it. I'm making croquettes right now, which is why I haven't been saying anything.
Okay, so, introductions eventually out the way. Dakota is not currently with us due to IRL things. Hopefully, that is everything goes well and Dakota can be back with us as soon as possible. Still need to find out what is going on with Shogun. I think he is doing better.
I'm not sure.
Need
I
to-
haven't heard anything.
No, still need to really have a proper catch up and see what's what there. Now, a brief but in detailed, that's not sentences, a brief but detailed, that's sentences, summary of the climactic battle versus Neuchart. Where we left off in session 37, Neuchart transformed the entire smokestacks into a giant 1,000-foot high, give or take, I don't really know, it's just an arbitrary number, robot island boat thing, which our Special Ops 69 had to fell. With that, Jimmy took one leg, Zor took the other. Jimmy burrowed up that leg and sprayed it as much as he could with stinky acid, like eroding it as much as possible. Meanwhile,
That's my stand name.
Stinky acid?
Stinky acid.
there's got to be a band name out there with like stink or acid or something in it, right?
With acid, definitely. Stink, not so sure.
There's got to be. Anyhow, so whilst Jimmy was doing that, Zor on the other leg was just hammering.
There
the
is
fuck
a
out of
Belgian
me.
band that's just straight up called Acid.
Nice.
Figured.
Fucking
So
Belgians.
they were like hammering away at that, breaking the legs. Merc was clambering up the torso, and whilst doing so, making use of having 6 arms and making potions along the way, whilst Data went one-on-one with an elderly, severely ill man, like essentially strapped to a chair. Data realized he couldn't just punch his way in to this, so eventually Data decided, you know what, if I can't hit you from the inside, I'm gonna hit you from the outside. If I can't hit you from the
Backwards.
outside, I'm gonna hit you from the inside. There we go. That
If I
way.
can't punch your organs, I'll just punch your face.
I mean, technically, you're always punching an organ because the skin is an organ. So,
Oh my god.
What if you punch the inside of the mouth? Just dead on.
just like
3-finger punch just in the mouth. Does that
Yeah.
count as the organ?
well, skin is an organ.
Yes,
But
but
what
the inside of your mouth is
is
not
that
skin.
not skin? What is that?
I don't know. That's just
Flesh.
flesh.
Is flesh an organ?
Flesh is just the generic term for stuff, right? Like,
Stuff.
No, because
Helpful.
flesh is what, like
Oh, hold on.
muscle,
Sorry,
fat.
Nick. I'll come over soon. I gotta pack the rest of my flesh.
Okay, so Data went into Neuchart's lungs and started going to town there. Category 1, and go spinny spin. rip apart. In reaction to this, Novichok didn't like it, scooped up a bunch of water with a giant robot island hands to attempt to drown out that room. This was not fun for anyone involved. Jimmy eventually destroyed the leg he was clambering up, causing the whole robot to slowly topple. Merc arrived to the now water-filled room in which Data had been invaded by the Puppet Master, where we got Novichok's backstory, as told through mind theater, I guess.
Literal theater of the mind.
Not dinner theater, mind theater.
In which Novichok revealed essentially a war orphan, treated badly by pirates, treated badly by the world government, treated badly by Marines. Pretty dark stuff, escaped being taken a slave or murdered by hiding in a pile of corpses, and then decided, in order to survive, had to, found a fruit, ate the fruit, and then used the puppeteering powers to marionette the corpses of his close friends and family to build a raft, to build anything he could to survive. And this grew, and eventually he became so jaded and twisted, it's like, alright, everyone is terrible, so if I make everyone do exactly what I want, then everything is fine. So everyone's terrible except me, so I should just make everybody me. Tried to do some "you and I are not so different" to Data, to which Data went, nah.
No.
And then Merc punched the water with electricity, shocking everyone, until eventually Novichok was rendered unconscious, and the island robot machine crumbled and fell apart. We are now currently on our ship, which name I cannot frickin' remember.
The Seagull in Pain.
Yeah. So the Seagull in Pain, we're all on that. Novichok is currently in a Merc-induced coma, not a Novichok-induced coma. And we're all just having some big old downtime after all of that nonsense. So, who would like to start us off? What would we like to do? Where are we? What are we doing?
Well, I believe our next option. First I believe we need to go back to G6.
Let's
because that, which on the map is basically straight north of us. We have a big old thing pointing to our boat, but I don't think that's where we currently are, because we're down by the carafe.
Yeah, I will.
Previously was the smokestacks.
I will maneuver where the boat is, and therefore where the arrow is. I just realized I had that set up on the wrong frickin' page, because I'm tiny brain. That'll be fine there. I don't need to think too much about it. Thinking is a mistake. So
James, you might want to get into the Roll20.
So, where were
What
we?
if I just go into a coma this session?
No, not again.
I don't roll because I just lay there.
Okay, so, if I'm just going to do these pings. So we started off here. That was the place.
It was on the north side.
North side, correct.
The north is where the lighthouse was, where we met Usopp.
Yeah.
God, Usopp.
We then came down here to Pyrite Island, because there was a reason for this. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Well, okay, so what happened was that Data and Chum took off in a rowboat towards the smokestacks, because Data was just like, we gotta take care of this, but I didn't want to quite yet. I wanted to try and learn about the area of the Grand Line and make us stronger in some way. So we set off in that direction, but we were following our log pose.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up landing at Pirate Island, where we met up with so since Chum went off with Data, Rin and Shogun played as Iris and Maggie again. We ended up in Pirate Island. We basically built a fucking train out of minecarts and went around the island spreading the good word of the Marines, if you will, while also taking all of their different types of resources, such as what was it, 6 different kinds of phosphorus.
Yeah.
Would you
pretty
like to hear about your Lord and Savior, the government?
Sort of. We ended up finding Wave, which Dakota then changed to from Zor. We took care of we banded up with not the bandits, the people of Carbite.
Carbonopolis, I believe. It was called.
Carbonopolis.
That sounds like something I'd come up with.
Yeah, to basically take over the island from the king, which, as per usual, is a sniveling little bastard, because that's how Bardic views monarchy.
Bardic having an opinion about people just assigned positions of power? No, never.
Yes. But we did that, and then Iris and Maggie stayed on the island for their own reasons. I don't particularly remember, but then we ended up making off for smokestacks. We ended up making off for our own way to the smokestacks.
Which I don't think I ever specified exactly where it was at this point. I
don't know, but I
just realized, why is there an island called Destroyed Crab?
That's the crab. The smokestacks is a giant crab, and we just destroyed it. That's the destroyed crab.
That was the original location of the smokestacks, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Because, well, sort of. You never actually said it while we were on this map, but the only way onto Pyrite Island was the south entrance. And whenever we were going to leave, you said that these smokestacks were to what we assume would be southeast.
Yeah.
So, since that's the only island over there.
Yeah. So, that is the island. Basically, smokestacks was probably somewhere around this area. We'll just use this for ease. So we'll say it was there. Now, I believe you were given an eternal pose back to G6, weren't you? So you do have a way to get to there, correct?
Yes, I believe that when we were at what the fuck was the name of the island? It was it Kabul? No. Ohikayo.
Yeah.
Ohikayo was the marine base in the South Blue, and since they were sending us to the Grand Line, they gave us an eternal log pose to G6.
Yes. So for ease, you're somewhere around here, where the spinning pink clock hand is.
You say spinning, but on our screen, because it's not perfectly synced, it's pretty lagged. It just kind of goes.
Yeah. So that's where you currently are. You do have the means to get to here, but that is quite a distance away. So you have a choice of just keep going forward and see where the next island is, where it takes you by using the regular log pose. You can sit around and wait for Marines to come to where you are, and then maybe they could get you somewhere else. And I'm sure there are other options as well.
Here's the thing. Do we still have our navigator? Is Wave still with us? I don't remember
Wave
what
is here.
Dakota said he was doing with Wave.
Wave is on the boat. What is happening with Wave long term, I am unsure of. So
okay, because for some reason it was in my brain somewhere that Wave was actually going to leave here, and he was going to be going off in that other ship that was filled with all the rescued puppets.
I mean, that is a possibility. I'm uncertain. We would have to ask Dakota when we get the chance. So
okay,
that is the long and the short of where we are. So if I just move the boat.
There's our boat. Lovely.
So that is where we currently are. G6, all the way up here. We currently have...
Way the fuck up there.
It is quite a way away. Obviously, other options exist. You don't need to go back to G6. You can progress forward. You can, just sit around and wait.
I'm just worried about two things. Three things. One, our own general supplies.
Mhm.
Two, keeping Novichok alive and also unconscious, not in a state to where he even could try to fight us.
Mhm.
I mean, we don't have to keep him alive.
Data. Wasn't that our mission? I understand our
No.
mission was to
Our mission was
remove
to-
them from some way,
Yeah,
but we're not murderers.
it's not murder. There's a difference between actively murdering someone and letting someone die.
Right. If it comes to that, sure. I will stop giving him fucking saline to keep
I'm
him
just
alive.
saying
but-
that maybe if our options are
Keep him alive or keep us alive, it will be keep us alive, but
yeah,
but I'm also weary generally of number 3, sailing the Grand Line, because it's fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
or we could just, if he wakes up and his devil fruit is still able to activate, that would be a problem, is all I'm saying. So perhaps
Data's he just goes into where we're keeping him and then just kicks a ladle next to him like, he's got a weapon!
A ladle, a fucking soup ladle,
A
the
fucking
second
soup
worst
ladle,
weapon
that's
in
it.
fucking Breath of the Wild.
forget that.
It's
just
not a
toss his
dagger,
ass overboard.
it's not a gun, nothing, it's just like a cooking utensil. We got a weapon!
Just toss him overboard, slap some sea stone on him, and we're done.
What, you just submerge him in the ocean and tie him up, put that in the water, just leave his head above water. And go, there we go. Just drag him behind you.
If we keep just tossing people around the world, eventually they're all gonna band together and be like, fuck those Marines, or am I right?
Then we
I
pick them up
agree,
and we
which is
toss
why we
them
should
around
finish
the
the
world
job.
again.
Like what happened with fucking Hotbot Jr.
Want to know what? Guess what? If Hotbot Jr. was dead, he couldn't come back after us.
Oh, I wasn't saying
Think
I was saying
about it.
tie him to the boat,
Oh no!
but just his head above water.
No.
that he can't use his devil fruit.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna attach a floaty, like a water wing, but attach it around his neck, but then also attach a weight to his feet. But then he'd drown.
You're right. Let's do it.
Okay, so there you have options. Obviously, you could also just contact the Marines, say we have taken care of Novichok. We need help. We need an extraction.
But we
Contact-
don't need help. I just want Novichok off my ship. But I don't want to go all the way to G6 to fucking do it.
Well,
that's
it.
my problem
Like,
here.
So that's it. You don't have to go to G6 if you don't want to. G6 would be a good place to resupply, to maybe meet some other Marines who maybe have missions, or do. There's probably stuff there, but also you can go, nah, and you could just contact your boss, and be like, yo, we got him.
Data
It's a long way to go to prison. Do you want to come grab him?
Data will walk in motion towards Maggie's room. It's like, if Maggie was here, she would agree that we should just off him and be done with it.
I guarantee you, Maggie completely cleared out her room when she stayed on Pyrite.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
Maggie's room is probably. I mean, it's still reinforced, but it's just empty.
There
Maggie's
is
room
no
is just a fucking
explosives, there's
jail.
no bullets, there is nothing in there. There's just some steel plating left on the walls that she
But
didn't
that's not
feel
the
like
point.
taking down.
Point is, we're gonna
Why
put
are you-
him in. We're gonna put him in Impel Up.
Impel up?
Yeah, Impel Up.
Isn't that impel down?
In this world, it's
Talking
impel up.
I don't know either of these
Do you
things.
know how many
I just
people kept breaking out of Impel Down? So they.
I don't know what the fuck impel down is. I've heard the name before. I have no idea what it is.
Impel down in the manga is the world government.
No, Bardic.
Big
Impel
sup-
down is impel down, Nick. You
It's
don't
a
know?
prison. It's a giant prison that's under the ocean, It's based off Dante's Inferno, so it's got the different layers. It's like the most difficult prison in the world. You can't ever break out. And then a bunch of people broke out because one rubbery boy was no.
It's fucking Jiangxi prison from Kung Fu Panda. Or Gorgom, sorry. Gorgom prison.
Yeah, kind of. Like, big... Like with anything.
One prisoner, 1,000 guards.
You know, it's any of these types of things. You know, every story... If there's a prison, it's like the most ridiculous prison. You can't break out. Someone's gonna break out.
Someone's gonna break out.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And so, in our story... I was like, okay, Impel Down has been an absolute failure. People know where it is now. People know how to get there. We're moving. And now they've built one way up in the Sky Islands called Impel Up, which is essentially just a giant tower up. So even if someone gets out, what are they going to do? They're on like a Sky Island in the middle of fucking nowhere. You can't get anywhere, buddy. What are you going to do? Jump off the side and fly 10,000 feet down to the blue sea level and hopefully not die?
Hopefully not die, and also hopefully not die shortly after, because you could land in the fucking the dead zone.
Ocean. Oh yeah. In fact, it probably would be placed above the calm belt.
Oh yeah. Almost entirely.
So you fall off, you get eaten by a sea king.
Like, even if you can fly a little bit, you're still gonna land in the calm belt. With no ship, no supplies, you're probably starving. Good luck, buddy.
Hold on, here's a question.
Yo.
Are fish like a common thing, like everywhere in the Grand Line? Can I just stick my head underwater and talk to some fish?
Probably, yeah.
I thought... I can't remember. Is it that they can only talk to fish of, like, the same type as them? Or is it they can talk to all fish, but they can only command fish of the same type of them?
So, it's one of those weird things where, because of the dimorphism of fish folk, like fish people and mer people have a more natural ability to communicate with fish and command them. Fish people do not. It is why when Jinbei can command whale sharks, it's like a big deal. It's like, that's not normal. Like, oh, I guess I'm just special. I believe in part of this game's character creation is like, yeah, you can talk to fish, fuck it.
Yeah. Both merfolk and fishmen have just the ability that says fish talk, ability to talk to all sea creatures except sea kings.
Yeah.
Command, I don't know, but I wanted to see if maybe I could just go stick my head underwater, ask some fish that are around, hey, take this guy to prison. Like, he's got a gas mask on that is keeping him unconscious. And I can, like, wrap him up, basically be mummified, so, but while staying alive, just take him to prison, please.
I mean, there is no reason why you couldn't do that. How successful that would be, because, you know, it'll take you however long to sail to G6. I'm not going to give an amount of time, but it'll take however long. It'll take fish probably longer, because I think a boat moves faster than fish. You're then hoping that the fish you choose, one, don't get attacked or fished up or eaten or anything. You're hoping that, you know, no other person comes across this and goes, what the hell?
Okay.
That is a lot to just go, yeah, that'll be fine.
I want, like, the biggest fish in the area, and possibly maybe, like, one of those giant tuna. Because, like, tuna are fucking quick.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, get a group of them, if I can. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap Novichok to be bound, but underneath the bandages that I will be using to bind will be a bag of saline and a bag of nutrient. He will have a gas mask on that's linked up to the knockout gas to keep him unconscious, and then I will put bubbly coral, make a bubble over his head. So as then those 3 tuna can basically just fucking torpedo their way through the water with him in between them.
I mean, like I said, this is stuff you can do. Whether or not it is successful, like, it will... All those parts will work. That would keep him alive. The fish would transport him. I am just saying, from a storytelling perspective and a world-building perspective, just literally going, alright, we're gonna just set that big bad guy off, and hopefully it takes care of itself. Off screen.
I might do it. Data wouldn't care. Because he's like, oh yeah, there's a chance he could just like fall off a fish or be eaten by a giant shark. Who cares?
Or it literally proves Data's point in that we're shipping a bad guy off across the world only for him to show up later again.
Yeah, no. If we're tying him to a fish, it's going to be because he's dead. Because hear me out on this one. Let's say, oh, fish are swimming. Fish are swimming. Oh, they can swim pretty fast. Oh, what's that? A pirate ship? Ooh, we're hungry. Spear the fish.
Whoa, what's this, a body?
Holy shit! It's a fucking warlord.
Nick, did you just say the fish are underwater? Did you just say that? Yeah. No shit.
Like pirates can see over 30 feet underwater.
And then, best case scenario, Novichok just dies on their ship. And they get nothing out of him. Worst case scenario, he lives.
But
and
also,
you're just giving him a new crew.
What if this straight up works and the fish arrive at G6? I put a note attached to Novichok that says, "Hey, this is from us. We did our job."
Bardic, if he actually does this, please roll a dice.
If he does this, Data is killing him.
Why?
So, once it, like, James, I am in complete agreement with you. Like, there are no... I mean, there are bad choices. There are no incorrect choices. Everything is a viable option. However, I'm gonna have to go away and come up with some ridiculous fucking table of what things could possibly happen, and then give arbitrary allowances and percentiles, and maybe figure out what happened. I mean, yes, I could also, like, pull rank and go DM powers and go, yeah, this happens because I said so, and because I think it will add to the story. Like, I am not saying no to the idea. I am not denying you the opportunity to do it. You may do whatever you please. I am merely pointing out it is not an easy plan to succeed how you wish for it to succeed. And immediately, if anything happens to make it not succeed, one, nobody knows you beat him. If I
put a note.
Well, that's it.
So,
like,
hey,
just a note to maybe get you could call up the admiral and be like, "Hey, we got one." you could call up other Marines and be like, "Yeah, hi, can you come take this away from us?" And we're gonna set off.
Hold on, Admiral Shiro has a cloud fleet. He can probably get here in a day.
Fucking.
What? I don't remember his fucking powers.
You rolled a 17. He escaped, but then he realized what's the purpose of fighting. He now lives on a beach, isolated. He lives the Usopp
He's the new
life.
caretaker of Jaboon.
Oh god.
Well, you realize that means he kills Usopp, right?
Usopp couldn't die.
I'm pretty sure
Usopp
Usopp would beat his ass, but it depends on. I don't know.
I mean,
I thought Usopp couldn't die now.
We don't really understand how the immortal surgery works. Anyhow, there's lots of stuff that goes into stuff.
You see, Nick, he is immortal, unless I fucking say so.
Once again, I am not denying this. You can do any ideas you think would be fun or you think are good. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. It'd be really fun.
What is your idea here, Data?
All right. So
I am also just assuming that most of this we're having a very long, drawn-out conversation here. I assume there is a similar conversation occurring in character.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the hell to do because I don't want to go all the way to fucking G6 just to drop off Novichok and then continue our story.
Captain. Hear me out.
And I forgot Shiro Leon's power is fucking cloud.
He walks over. He walks over to Novichok. And he motion towards the ivy. He motions toward the ivy, and he says, "It's really simple, Captain. You see, we just unplug this, and just let nature take its course."
But there always has to be 7 warlords. We take out one, and then there's another one that'll pop up.
Well, warlords
It's like
don't
the
pop
fucking
up.
Sith.
Warlords don't pop up. They're assigned by the government.
Yeah, I know, but you're gonna watch. It's gonna be fucking Chum,
Well,
and he's
But
gonna pull some shit.
It's better.
Chum is
Chum
currently
than
on the
this
boat
guy.
somewhere.
we arrested him. He's already not a warlord anymore. That's over.
Yeah.
You
The
don't
title's
stay a
gone.
warlord in prison.
It's not a devil fruit that gives him the warlord title. It doesn't just spawn elsewhere now.
I don't know how this works.
If he was a respected warlord, we wouldn't have been sent to beat his ass.
But also at the same time, I am the leader of this crew, and I know the least about One Piece out of the 4 of us. I don't know what the fuck how the world government assigns warlords. I thought it was just the 7 most powerful pirates in the fucking sea.
Okay,
No.
So
Far from that,
Fuck
actually.
you.
a basic rundown of it is they're not the 7 most powerful. They're just 7 powerful ones who are amenable to working with the government through various reasons. Either because the government just doesn't want to fuck with them, either because they just don't want to fuck with the government. It doesn't really matter what the reason is. It's just a truce has been drawn, an agreement is made. Okay, we don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with us. When we call on you, you have to come help us. And other than that, we ignore it. That's basically how it works. The government will assign them. Obviously, what you're doing is under the table. It's not known. It's secret, hush hush. But your directives come from an admiral, so you assume that that admiral is trying to actively undermine the warlord system. So when it comes time to we need to assign a new warlord, he's probably gonna halt that process as much as possible. So it's not like you need to worry about yes, the next one is going to be assigned now. It's going to be announced. Breaking news. You assume it's a long process, and you assume you have someone on the inside going, no, that's not happening. So you don't need to worry about that at all.
And I'm not sure if you've picked up on this already or not, but I'm in agreement with Data. I don't want to let this dude just go without supervision.
Can I just point out, I love the image of you all just stood around this dude lying on a bed, hooked up to God knows what. Just why
Data's
don't
just
we kill
holding
him?
a knife. Data's just holding a knife to the fucking IV.
I'm more close to Data. I wish we could just kill him, but whether we kill him or throw him in prison, either way, he's done. He's finished. However, that will not be the case if we just let him go unsupervised.
So what do you suggest we do?
The fish plan
Cloud
works.
guy.
So fucking call up the admiral then. You talk to him, Data.
What?
Call up your friend. One that can apparently get here in a day.
Well, I actually don't know how fast he can move, but I don't know. Clouds move pretty fast, right?
Clouds move just as fast as the wind.
Okay. Well, hopefully the wind's pretty fast.
Wouldn't you know? Are you not wind?
But just because I'm a Cyclone Logia doesn't mean I'm aware of the wind speeds of the entire planet at any given moment.
You are wind speed.
Yet.
Yet. Keyword.
I don't know. Hold on. Is that a thing I can do? Can I?
Hit level 18, all of a sudden, you now have the knowledge of all wind speeds of every point on the planet.
It says so in my book.
Pretty sure that's going
In my
to
book
be
that I wrote.
a navigator thing.
Okay. Well, he pulls out a Den Den Mushi. calls Shiro
Better,
Leone on
better.
whatever line they're supposed to call on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a white, isn't it? Or no, not a
Better,
white.
better,
What?
better.
There's a specific type of Denden Mushi that's better for like long range.
It's just a long range Denden Mushi.
Yeah.
They're usually big, I think.
I mean, you were specifically given one to contact Shiro Leone, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy. So that goes and
Wow.
It goes blah blah blah.
What's that sound effect again? It really like changed this arc, didn't it?
better.
There you go.
Bada, swing.
And on the other end is the familiar voice of Shiro, who is probably one of the coolest dudes. You're like, if you saw this dude, you're like, that's a cool dude. You can't see him, but you can just imagine he's probably in the middle of doing something really cool. He is goes, yeah, what's up? I assume you got something important, because you know I got stuff to do, right? Yeah, 2 sugars. Yeah, 2. Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Making a report, sir. We've defeated Noichak. We have him apprehended.
Huh. That was so what time is it? Faster than expected. Pretty cool. Nice.
Why is he so chill? I don't remember him being this chill.
He's pretty chill.
I don't remember him being this chill. I remember being like smoker, kind of.
In my brain, I think I wanted him to be chill. I don't remember.
You might be confusing him with the new captain that we gave to that one island, or not the new captain, the old captain.
Shiro Leone's always been chill. He's like Cloud.
Yeah. I wander lonely as a cloud.
I see. He's always high. I see.
I mean, that is heavily inferred. Because he is always smoking like a big cigar.
He's always in the
Cigar.
clouds, if you get my meaning. Oh, he smokes the marijuana! Okay, and like, just announce it, I guess.
Yeah, so, yes, there are probably thousands of victims. We have a few evacuation ships set up, so...
Alright, well, I don't really... Do you have like a vague location or anything? Like, actually, you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't fret. I can be there in... what time is it?
What time is it? I don't know. I don't remember the last time we got any sort of time.
I believe it is 4 o'clock p.m.
Alright, yeah, I could be there in 20 minutes.
Time to panic.
But then I'd miss out. Alright. Give me an hour, and I can get something sorted.
Hour? Jesus. Quick.
Just stay there, and, I don't know, maybe keep the other people around. If you
Keep
can.
in mind...
if not, whatever, it's no biggie. Just, you know,
He didn't say he'll be here in an hour, Nick. He said give him an hour to think of something.
Yeah, so, good job. And, yeah.
I wanted to add, he is still alive.
Oh, cool. That makes
Does
putting him in
that
jail a
need to
little easier.
change?
Does what, sorry?
Does that need to change?
No, it's cool. If anything, it's actually, it's in our brain. Wait. Is there anything that is, like, you know, punish? Is there, like, any obvious sign of, like, crime? Like, you know, something we can, like, punish this guy for? Because, like...
You mean
The
other
thousands
of slaves?
There was a destroyed crab in the middle of the ocean.
And the giant crab and...
Yeah, the crab we can't do anything about it. Everyone's knows about the crab. Slaves, however, can you like keep them around? They might be useful.
Well, I mean, most of them are not sailors,
I mean,
so we'll
I know.
probably have to stick with them for a bit anyways.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, by the way, if there were any Marines that went missing in this area. I believe I found them.
No, I mean, that's a whole lot of paperwork. We'll deal with that later.
Yes.
I'll put that on someone else's desk. Yeah. So, actually, you know what I said about an hour? That's probably not convenient. I'll be there. Yeah, give me 20 minutes. So
Fucking Christ!
do whatever you
Okay.
need to do, and I'll be there. Does anyone want anything from the store while I'm out?
Do they have coffee?
Yeah. 1 second. What do you want?
Let's see. Just standard. Maybe like an alabaster roast.
Yeah. Can I also get an alabaster roast? And it's a go cup, please. Yeah.
Is it possible for me to get some squid jerky?
You got squid jerky? Yeah. Cool. Yep. I got some of that. Anyone else want anything while I'm here?
Captain?
Want anything, Captain?
An explanation.
20 minutes!
Fuck you, mean 20 minutes? But no. I'm actually thinking. Can you get some like disease samples?
What? He's
I
up
don't
the
think
store,
we-
Captain.
They. I mean, I can ask the guy here, but do you have disease? No, I didn't think.
Look, man,
my buddy
I thought he
said-
was. I didn't realize he was out. I was just sitting here thinking like, yo, I can make fucking vaccines now.
Captain's not really here at the moment.
Oh, you have a cold though. Can I get a
No.
tissue? Can I get one of your used tissues? I think my guy wants that. Yeah, I don't know. All right, yeah.
Merc will find a fucking cure for the common cold by level 12.
All right, yeah. I'll be there in 20. So
Captain
sit
Mokiri
tight.
just known to this cloud guy as just, this fucking guy. Everyone bring out your used napkins, this fucking guy!
All right, yeah. So hang tight,
I already got
yourself
all
on
the
the back.
samples I need from you. I need new people.
and I'll see you soon. So good job.
I think that's
Klachak.
I think that's Mork's fucking like evil Nami stage is if one of us gets like sick from a poison or something to be like, oh no, it's okay, we'll get you checked out, and no, I'm not afraid about dying. What are you afraid of? Mork
The
just opens
doctor.
the door slowly. Oh, you got a new disease.
Again, I can
Just
make
a
vaccines now.
All right.
I can make you better, and I can make you even better than better.
Yes, but you scare me on how those procedures would work.
Look, I'm basically like fucking Soma from Food Wars with his fucking like terrible combinations he makes, but now it's with medicine.
Oh god. Okay. So you've got like 20 minutes of downtime. What does everyone want to do for that?
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Run research on my own disease I've created.
Okay.
For 20 minutes, I'm going to stay away from him and his own disease that he's created,
Look.
and I'm going into my stinky room.
To do anything specific, or just to like sit there and go and just scream?
There are screams, but it is not my own screams. And that is all I wish to say on that matter.
Nice, cryptic. I enjoyed this. Data, what would you like to do for 20 minutes? Other than loom menacingly over Novichok with a knife.
No, Data is going to go locate the other two commanders we didn't defeat
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that they're not trying to stow away on an evac ship.
Okay. So we'll go in order. So Merc, you want to do stuff with your disease? Do you want to roll stuff for that?
Well, I basically taking 20 would just take 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it? Perfect.
Take
Take 20. I get,
What
which would be
happens?
36 on my heal roll, which is more than enough for the DCs I've come up with to make vaccines.
Useful thing to have, really.
So with which I will be making a vaccine for my own disease, and enough for the whole crew,
Mm-hmm.
and one extra.
Okay. I like the one extra. That's a useful thing
Excuse
to
me.
have. Jimmy, do you want to divulge what is occurring in your room, or would you like a reveal later?
I will reveal later unless someone barges in. But
Okay.
I need to roll. I'm guessing it would be medicine.
I think I know what it is you're doing. Do you want to crack open the PDF and double check if you like what you need to roll if you need to roll?
It's okay. It's just mostly for like story purposes.
Okay, yeah. Roll. Have fun.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll the d20. Ah, okay.
Which would be plus what for your rolls?
Probably nothing.
What are you rolling?
I was rolling for medicine. I was sticking
heal.
a bone in. I was sticking a bone in flesh.
I see. Well, what's your wisdom? It's decently high, isn't it?
Yeah. My wisdom is 11. Not that high.
Never mind.
No, it's
yeah,
in
plus 0.
that you've got high. All right, so 15. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You do the stuff you do. It
Stick
goes...
a bone in flesh. Why?
If you want to check out the screams, you can check out my room.
What are you doing?
That's up to you to see or you to wait.
What are you doing?
You come and see or you wait.
Wouldn't you
I'm
like to
busy.
know, weather boy?
I'm busy with my fucking research, and also I'm the captain.
I'm busy
Damn it!
with my flesh.
Oh my god. Where did you get flesh and bone? Like, why are you putting bone into flesh?
When do we not get bones and flesh? We fight people all the time. What are you talking about? Everywhere.
And you ask why Merc is stressed.
Okay, so with that, we can just saddle on over to Data. Data, you're checking them out. So you are looking for the 2 remaining, like, I can't remember what we called them. But they must have had like 12 different names. So just
What are we
the
talking
commanders. Like a part of me, I think we wanted to name them like branch managers or something stupid. Like,
Oh, like Man-Bat and the glue guy?
yeah, Man-Bat and Glue Guy. I think his name was Bob.
Who knows?
I think it was Bob. So I'm now trying to recall what the hell these were because there were the 4 different areas. One was all stuck together. One was like a bat cave. One was like a lot of perfect cubes put together, almost like Lego. And I can't remember what the other one was. The other one I remember being like super bland and normal. So, Data, you go and find one of these dudes. The first one you come across. He does clearly stand out. And he clearly stands out because he doesn't look like a person. His body is like a square. Like it is square with like 2 tubes where the arms would be, and his head is like cylinder shaped with like a little bobble on top. This dude is straight up a fucking
the
Lego
Lego
man.
Data will walk over and say, "Hey, you're under arrest."
His arms go up and go, look,
I don't want to hear it.
okay, you know, I had a very
You and
interesting
I.
potential story, but you know,
Everything is awesome.
I got in with the wrong crowd, and I made some bad choices, but you know what? That's fair.
Wow, interesting. A lot of people get into bad crowds, and you know what they don't do? They don't work under a mass slaving pirate. So, you can tell that to the admiral.
Cool. Yeah, you know what? Just he presents his hands to you with little cup hands.
I cuff him, man.
You cuff him. He just pulls his hands out. He goes, ah! No.
You cuff the tubes that are his arms, and then you like grab the cuffs to bring him along with you, and his hands just pop off.
He goes,
The cuffs fall on the floor.
Yes.
Like,
no, I will still come with you, even without this, because, you know, quite frankly, I'm tired. Look,
I'm tired.
I am exhausted, dude.
Good. Luckily for you, I don't know the full extent to your crimes. So, odds are you'll only get to one of the lower levels of Impel Up.
You know,
Oh, was the prison upside down? So the 9th level's the top tier,
so
and not the bottom tier?
is prison the same way it used to be? It's been a long time since I was in a prison. Do I still have like crafts and stuff? Can I work on my dissertation while I'm there?
Isn't that what like Candleman basically did?
Data will
in
stop
prison?
and no.
No.
He is going to. Where's the fucking sense motive? Okay, Data wants to see if he can tell this guy's being legit or just trying to like get a lighter sentence.
Yeah, go for it. What do you roll?
19.
19. Dude is straight up tired. Like the place he was living. You don't know how long these people have worked for Novichok, whether that be a few weeks, a few years, a few decades, but whatever it is, this dude is tired. The fact that he didn't come rushing and immediately try and avenge his boss shows that he's not super invested in this. He's just kind of here. He has little to no effort to care.
Okay.
Like, look. Can I take my Legos with? Like, can I take my attackable blocks with me?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I might be able to make sure that you don't go to Impel Up. But here's what would happen. All right?
You can take him to Nowata.
Yeah. There's a prison on Nowata. That's a rehabilitation center.
Mhm.
There you will learn how to farm and help a community, and then after several years of community service helping developing islands, you'll be let off.
So when you say developing islands, like the painted on eyes, they like it's a really awkward transition where they go from one thing to like really wide. And he goes, development, like building. I get to build stuff. Yes.
He's a fucking master builder straight out of the Lego movie.
Great. Keep that energy.
Yo, I'm down to build stuff, my guy. Like I wanted to build stuff here, but you know, Novichok said it ruined the aesthetic. So, you know what I would have
Take it up with
built?
Taiho.
I wouldn't have built a crab. I would have built like, you know, something more interesting, like
Like a
Data's
a
gonna
winged
hold up a
scorpion
finger.
lion
Data's
with
gonna hold up-
rockets.
So we're like, hey, don't get the wrong idea. You're still a fucking pirate, and we're not friends. So quite frankly, I don't care.
Oh, fair. That's fair. Where do I go?
To the break. So follow me.
Cool.
I'm just gonna take him to the same place that they were holding the bat dude.
I assume, like, what did you do? What happened to Bob? You like flung Bob off into the distance, right?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah,
I
Bob
don't
is
know what happened to him, but he's gone. It's
Oh,
because we
Bob
fucking
gone?
used that super move against him.
Oh yeah, Bob.
When you-
Yeah, I have no fucking clue where Bob is.
We used fucking Taifu no fish harpoon shotgun.
Dude,
Ultra
Bob's probably
mega
dead.
Bob is
fish
getting.
shotgun. You just called it fish shotgun.
Bob gets a cover story later on.
Sent him to space.
All right, so you found this guy. We don't have a name for him. Just call him Blockhead or something.
Blocky.
Charlie Brown.
I'll be back. Charlie Brown. What?
Blockhead.
Okay, so where's the other guy?
So the other person, I think seeing Blockhead like just taking in the other person, they'll step forward. They are wearing all white, like a real long trench coat. They've got a needlessly long sword, like sheathed katana, like
like a longsword straight out of Monster Hunter.
well, no, it's it's a katana, but like so imagine Sephiroth, like that kind of stupid long.
The sword that's taller than I am.
Yeah, so it's just like it's sheathed, but it like drags like 2 foot behind this person, and like other than that one big sword, the most generic looking person you have ever seen. You know, like short haircut, you know, no discernible features on their face. Like they have a face, but it's like if you had to pick them out, you wouldn't be able to. And you can tell that they have put their entire personality into having this one really big sword.
Wow. Well,
Says something about Bardic, I feel.
And so this person will step up and go, "Look, hi, yeah, I'm the other one. You probably, might not have recognized me. But yeah, hi, yeah, I'm the other. So, you took down an entire giant robot crab island, and like
In a few hours.
and like I've got this really big sword, but I can't fight with that. Like, I like surviving, so you know what? Tell me
Cool.
where to go. Where's the deal?
First, hand me that sword there.
I mean, do I have to? Yeah.
Yes. Why would I let you keep your weapon?
I mean, can we at least like
No.
throw it in the ocean and like maybe it'll help some? No.
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 No. No.
Okay. And they hand you the needlessly long sword.
Thank you.
As they do so, they hand the sword over, and somehow in your hands, this is it just returns to like being a really normal sword. Like there's nothing about it.
You're a devil fruit user.
Hmm?
Are you a devil fruit user?
Yes.
We have the sword fruit.
No.
No.
No. I know what his devil fruit is, and we're not talking about it.
I'm lost.
Probably for the
sword
better.
was long. Now it is not long. What do you think his devil fruit power is?
Is it the long fruit?
There's only one direction a devil fruit like that can go. So I'm just gonna put some handcuffs on him now, and we're just gonna never talk about this guy ever again.
Yep.
It's the long dong fruit.
Fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, I am more than just my length. I also have a really big sword, but I have nothing else going for me. So, yeah, prison time for me. I mean, you know, the sad reality is, the long fruit doesn't work on, me. I can't make myself long. I can only make inanimate objects long. So, do you want to have like a really, really long sandwich? I can do that. I can make you a sandwich and it'll be really long. It'll fill you up. So long as I'm touching it.
But would it be
There's
normal
some
size
weird
inside
fucking
of our
jokes
stomach?
here.
Data will then just kind of stare at him with a look that says, "You should probably stop talking now."
Yeah. Alright. Brig?
Brig.
Brig.
So he takes him to the brig, and then he looks and is like, "I know there was a fourth one of you, but I kind of sent him flying over the horizon, so no idea."
Man Bat looks and goes, "Dude, You threw Bob away? No. I loved Bob.
Well, that's too bad.
Isn't fucking Manbat like a warrior of justice now because of some
No.
mind fuckery?
He is not a warrior of justice.
He is the most pacifistic hippie possible. Like, dude.
That's what it was. He was a flower child.
Oh, well, I can hang out with Blockhead and I forgot your name. Like, no, that's fine.
You should give him a really short name.
His name is Ka.
But it's spelled K-O.
K-O. Ka.
Yeah, Ka.
Alright, so you've got them. They're all on the break. We're just gonna sit there, like, twiddling their thumbs. Do you give them anything to entertain them with, or, like...
No.
Alright, so they're just hanging out.
Oh, I give them a... Then I hand each of them a book.
Uh-huh.
And it's, it is... Actually, he gives them 2 books.
Mhm.
One is, The Law of the Region.
Mhm.
The second book is, Morality for Dummies.
Why does Data have this book?
What?
Why does Data have this book?
Morality for Dummies?
Yeah.
To remind himself not to murder every pirate he comes across.
So next time this happens, Nick, where he wants to murder a pirate, just go, Data, your book. Wait, Captain, I don't want to hear it. Go to your room and read.
Would be great.
Alright. So, I think all of this takes approximately 20 minutes, give or take. As you're all wrapping up your various tasks, you see, and it's quite obvious, it's hard to miss, a large series of clouds begin to roll over the sky. That's the word. So there's like this thick cloud coverage, just like so much over it, it starts to like block out the sun. So it's almost like nighttime is coming. As this is happening, just off in a slightly middling distance, you see the vague outline of a person, a very tall person, easily, you know, like 9-10 foot tall for a person, which is pretty tall, just slowly walking along the water, and just this big billow of cloud coming off of them. As they get closer and closer, you see this is Admiral Chioreon, and from where you are, you see that they have walked across the calm belt.
Ridiculous.
Dude stunk. And as he gets closer, he's got these sunglasses on, and in one hand he's holding like 2 coffee cups and a to-go thing with a little bag, and then in the other hand he's got like a single-used tissue. And he's just walking. He gets towards the boat, and he just like he doesn't, because obviously he can't like just. He's not like as tall as the boat is, but as he's walking, he just gets to the boat, and then the next step he takes, he's just on top of the boat, like on the deck with the rest. And he goes, "Hey, yeah, nice. Data, it might be a little, it might be a little damp. A couple sea kings tried to have a go, but I think it's fine. Mark, I don't know why you wanted this, but here you go."
He reaches out a hand that is gloved and just takes it and like holds it behind him for a bit. It's
And,
like, I will use this later.
Jimmy, I got you some. I had some squid jerky, but Sea King ate it, So I got you Sea King jerky instead.
No.
He just ate us. What?
All right.
Did he fucking fight a Sea King?
Yeah, like he
Jesus
just
Christ.
goes like so. Like there's like it's clear like it's not even in a bag. It's just strips of Sea King meat that this guy is like put on some little hooks. It might need a couple more days of dry.
All right.
Yeah.
My
So,
God.
You wanna show the prisoner?
First, Admiral, if I may,
Yep.
have a seat.
Pick a card, any card.
He looks around and is like, "We're on a boat." He goes, "Huh?" And
There's a
just
stool. There's
He
a
just-
stool.
he just sits back, and a massive throne made out of clouds appears. He just sits in it.
Oh my fucking god.
And this dude
Okay.
goes extra when making this. So he sits back and the throne, it's still made of clouds, but he makes it so behind him there's a giant lion's face, and he just kind of sits back and goes, proceed.
Roll up your left sleeve, if you please. He stands up and he grabs one of the syringes that was on a table.
He rolls it up.
So as you may or may not know, I've been working on my own diseases.
Uh-huh.
I've been using them to fight with. They're immensely helpful in a lot of cases. But I also have been working on vaccines to counteract such thing, just in case somebody gets a hold of it. This will protect you for 1 month. If you come back and see me in 3 weeks' time, I can give you another one, and you will be completely protected from said disease for a full year.
Okay, so that is a 35 on sense motive from this guy. Are you being genuine? Are you like...
I'm being completely genuine here.
Yeah. He goes,
It's like, look, you're on our side. I don't want my fucking disease to be used against you.
so he takes things. Can I get a vial of that to take back so we can like mass produce it for us just in case? Diseases and anything that can spread as such is pretty dangerous. We should probably have this to at least protect ourselves and innocent people.
I don't have any extras at the moment, but if you really wish to, you can come back whenever you come to get your booster. I can have some extras ready for you.
Alright. I'm sure you know the fact you've made a disease is incredibly dangerous and should not be taken lightly. But yeah, keep an eye on it. If this gets out of hand, you will. Well, you won't get a trial. You will just be executed. Just a heads up, because unleashing a devastating disease onto the world is. I'm sure you know that, right?
It is currently only a transmittable via injection.
Okay, that's cool. But keep,
I have yet to test waterborne, but it is not airborne. It cannot travel more than 6 feet through air.
like I said, if you can just give me the information for it, like just the symptoms, all that, so we can have stuff. Basically, so if an outbreak of a disease that just so happens to be the exact same as this one you've created comes anywhere, we know who to put the blame on.
Wonderful.
Yeah, just
It will not happen.
it's just a
but
matter
again-
of accountability. It's just how it goes. If something
Again,
happens, we need to be able
I
to
have
point
already-
the finger.
Created the vaccine for it, so should something happen, I can get it taken care of rather quickly, and I will have them ready to mass produce in 3 weeks.
All right, cool. I'm okay with that.
Lovely. Now,
All right,
here's your shot in the shoulder.
thank you. you go to like it's like a cloud. Yeah. Ugh. So it's like wet. It's like air but wet, and you go, ew.
I'm a fish? Do I care?
Probably not, but it's still slightly unsettling. You know, this was a strange sensation that I would rather not relive.
Admiral, I understand you're a Logia, but could you please make your shoulder permeable?
You know, it is now flesh.
And I will inject said flesh.
Done. Yep. With that, it kind of goes, let's go to egg.
Side effects are completely undetermined at this point, but I do believe that you will have injection site pain for approximately 3 days and maybe a slight headache.
Cool.
If you develop any blue rings across your skin, please come back to see me immediately.
I feel I should be concerned about that, but you know, it's fine. It's whatever. Yeah. You got the guy?
Yes. Death-Defiler Noicek is in our control, as well as 3 of his 4 branch managers.
Ah. The fourth. I mean, we weren't looking for the underlings, but hey, we'll take them.
The 4th one is somewhere across the Grand Line. We have no idea where. He kind of got flung.
It happens. Yeah. Was it at least very entertaining?
Yes.
Nice. All right.
Data used his own powers against him,
Very nice.
and I was the ammunition.
I'm sure this will make a wonderful report, which I hope to be on the desk of someone who actually reads them.
Shit, you're correct. Damn it. Maggie is gone.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
Damn it, that means I need to write the reports. Son of a bitch.
Is there anything else that I can do for you while I'm here? Or
Take them back, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, obviously. It's just, you know, while I'm here, you one of the most important, influential, strongest people in the entire Navy.
Which I still can't get over the fact that we just have you on call. But do you is there any warlords you recommend us going after next or soon?
Bring out the list and we'll see what we got.
The list is as follows. It is Jungle Queen Selavani, Dust Devil Devero, Princess Ivana Dans, Redfin Yuzora, Pirate Empress Rose Kuja, and Foghorn Lombardi Belosi. We have no need for going after Redfin Yuzora, as he is one of my friends. He will not be a problem to the Marines or to us as can be.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let me.
So that leaves the Jungle Queen, Dust Devil, Princess, Pirate Empress, and Foghorn.
I mean, Pirate Empress. Personally, I wouldn't mess with that. That's a whole deal. You'd have to go to Amazon Lily, and that's in the Calm Belt. Or you'd have to try and find where they are out of the world, which is
Practically impossible.
I'd say put that one on standby. Probably unimportant. You know what? Just like Yuzora, because that is like that's more of a political alliance. We could probably work something there. You know. Heads up, and fun little bit of information for you. We are working on our relationship with Fishman Island. We are hoping to pull them in to the world government, like fully. We were nearly there about 100 years ago, but some stuff happened. But looks like that's gonna go in there. So Yuzora will be allowed to become like an official Marine. Well, if not a Marine, like something. So you don't need to fret too much about that. Just providing nothing happens, which would actively put Yuzora in a position to actively be confronting the Marines until that point. He's fine. And same goes for Pirate Empress, where we have plans to bring Lukuja into the World Government's fold, so you don't need to fret too hard about that. So who does that leave? That leaves Dust Devil, Foghorn, Jungle Queen, and someone else?
Princess.
Yeah. So Princess is once again another one. We are not currently in discussion to invite the Kamabaka Kingdom into the fold, but that is an actual kingdom as well. So there's actual political stuff that can go on there. So that's not a priority. So that leaves you with Dust Devil, Foghorn, and Jungle Queen. If obviously I can't pick for you, but
I think in terms of danger, I do believe Dust Devil would probably be the most dangerous for us to go after, which would mean either we should go after them as soon as possible, or we should go after them as late as possible.
Dust Devil is so. How to put it in words? Novichok technically has the largest body count, but since most of it was unproven, we couldn't really apply a higher bounty to that. Dust Devil had the highest bounty before being brought into the Warlord. So that obviously bounty is not a perfect measuring system of power. It is relative to a whole bunch of other things as well. But Dust Devil probably poses the biggest direct threat. Also is probably one of the trickiest to get a hold of. We don't really have any active leads on that currently. It's not even like a rumor. So that leaves Lombardi, who,
Very little is known about him.
Yeah. Last I heard, Lombardi was, making some waves round about Sabaody. So you got a long way to go along with Grand Line for that. So that pretty much just leaves you with Jungle Queen, I think. And someone else, or is that it?
Jungle Queen and
That was it.
yes, I believe that's it.
All right, yeah. So we do have some information on her. She was seen recently, somewhere in the middling area of Paradise. So you're not too far finding the exact location. We do also know that whilst she is a quite fearsome combatant, like, you get into a straight up fist fight, you're probably not gonna come out looking too hot. But she does love competition. So perhaps you could find a non-aggressive form of interaction to perhaps win her over to maybe towing the line and being a little bit closer to Marine than Pirate.
I see.
Just as one suggestion, not telling you how to run your operation, but
So
you ever heard of a Davy back fight?
Davy back?
Data pulls out a book and flips through it. Ah, yeah, that. It's some weird pirate competition where they bet stuff and then
It is a non-lethal and technically non-combative, but in the old days, it was a blood sport. It was fight to the death. Whoever's alive wins. Now, in more recent, 100 years ago, it was made massively famous. In fact, it started to get televised. It became huge money. It was all under some corporate banner. Can't remember, like Split Head or something about a fox. I don't know. It's kind of like a big competition, and people arrange and run their own all the time. You can maybe try that route. I don't know. You could try playing a real aggressive game with Tiddlywinks. I don't really know. You could just straight up go and beat the crap out of her. It's not any of my business, so long as you get her to ease up and either surrender the title of Warlord or try and find a way to make her join side. It's not, so long as she is no longer seen as an active threat to the world government or to the Marines. It's entirely up to you on that one. For where to find her, I know she is in Paradise. That's about as far as my information goes. So, yeah, I think that might be a next port of call, as it were. Is there anything else I can do?
I don't think so.
No? All right.
oh,
Yo.
I have one more question.
Yeah, go for it, buddy.
You said Foghorn was at Sabaody.
That is where he was last sighted. Yes.
I see. Do you know if any of the remaining are in the new world?
We have no current sightings on anybody in the new world, but like I said, Empress, they could be anywhere. They can get in and out of a calm line like it's nothing. It's not worth contemplating. Izora can come and go as he pleases, pretty much. Being Fishman and all. Princess, it's hard to know exactly where she's going, but we do know she has a base of operations, Kanabaka Kingdom, so that is somewhere in Paradise as well. We have yet to be able to fully map it out, per se, but one would assume it is one potential option that you could come across, so there is that. So that just leaves Dust Devil, who we, dust in the wind. No clue where they're at.
Jimmy, did you have anything to say to the Admiral?
I'm currently just staring at the jerky, waiting for it to dry.
I like to imagine that Zor is stood by the jerky, like with his fire sword, just like trying to dry it off more, helping. Going, I'm helping.
Dry already.
Well, I suppose that is it.
All right. Yeah. Take me to. You want to show me where you got everybody?
Yes, and they're down in the brig.
All right. With that,
Except for Noichak. Noichak is in the infirmary.
He stands up. The throne disappears, and just gets enveloped back into his body, and he'll follow you down to the brig. When you open the door for him, the three people in there, they're sat reading these books. One of the books seems really long all of a sudden. And
it went from a 30-page brochure to a 300-page novel.
Yeah. And what you notice is another person had somehow pried up a single floorboard, a blockhead, and has somehow turned the floorboard into he blocked it up, and he's made a miniature boat out of it, and he's very proud of his little Lego boat. Little block boat. It's not Lego. It's legally distinctive.
The Blocko.
Yeah, it is a super block.
For sure. And Data walks in and said, "All right, did you learn anything?"
Did you guys ever see the Block film? That was a good film.
The Block film?
Yeah, so they all look, and clearly none of them have read the book. Manbat has taken pieces of a book to fold into little origami flowers that he has now braided into his hair.
Oh my god.
Blockhead was clearly too busy making his boat, and the other guy, Carl, he was like, "I'm still on the first sentence. There are so many commas, it just doesn't stop."
Data will look at the three of them and say, "You do realize that we could just send you to Impel Up, right?"
The Admiral is just standing behind. He goes, "Yeah, we could. But, that's maybe a little harsh. I think it's quite clear to see that these people are pretty incompetent. That's coming from the Marine. Have you seen half of our crew? Half of our, recruits?"
Yeah, they're pretty fucking bad.
Alright.
How do you think I became a captain so fast?
Yeah. I mean, no discredit to you and your hard work, but a good chunk of that is entirely because of other people's incompetence as well. So, like no discredit. Like, you are still
No, I get it.
a good Marine.
You're not special.
Comparatively.
You're just average, while everyone else sucks.
Everyone else is below average.
Data will kind of like, right. I would like to send them to Noada, where they can better use.
Especially that one. He definitely has a skill that is very useful to society.
Yes, indeed.
Car is like,
For
me? You go,
Mm.
no.
rehabilitation, and no, not you, Ka.
Yeah, I can do that. It's I mean, it's not on my way, but I can take a little stroll. All right. He just holds up his left hand, looks at the room, and goes, "Cloud cage," and his fingers extend out and they grow. They like expand into like these giant streams of cloud that just form a solid cage around these people, filling this whole room. And then he just starts walking away. This, like, his hand still being in the room, and then it starts to pull, and the cage gets smaller and forces them out of the room one by one, and then returns to like room size. We're just in this cloud room that is being dragged behind this guy.
Oh my gosh. And then Novichok is set up in the infirmary.
Yep. So
In a bed.
he'll come to the infirmary. He'll take his other hand. He'll get one finger and he'll circle it round a whole bunch of times, making like big ring, like a big series of rings, and just form like an enclosed
Galactic donut.
Pretty much, yeah. But forming like an enclosed cylinder around Novichok and compressing it down to be the smallest amount of space so Novichok has no room to move. And he just puts that on top. No, he slips it inside the cloud cage. Alright. I won't see the report. I will see someone's report of your report. Probably. So get that sorted. I guess technically you're promoted, but you know, not on the books or anything. So bonus. He reaches into his inside jacket pocket and just pulls out like a big fat wad of cash. And starts going. 400,000. What is a bounty on Novichok? Novichok's bounty was frozen at 127 million. So yeah, you know what? For your troubles, 200 million, and just hand you 200 million.
Jesus. I thought Marines got less than the bounty, not more.
I mean, this is technically to cover Novichok. All of these guys. Me and Manbat had a bounty, but I don't know what happened. Manbat was a danger to society, and now
He's a flower child.
yeah.
Oh, you might want to note that's partially because of a devil fruit. So we don't know what happens if he comes into contact with Sea Stone. He might turn back into a menace to society.
He'll be fine. Well, I'll take care of it. Yeah.
What exactly did happen to him?
Chum.
Who was it? Was it Chum that messed with his brain?
Yeah, Chum messed with his perception, and it's
right. He
Baby
bended his
boy?
morality or something, didn't
I
he?
guess.
It's Chum. No one knows what the fuck Chum does.
Not even Chum. Chum doesn't even know.
No. So yeah, with that, Shirodeon has it all sorted, has these in his little cloud cage, and yeah, is about to head off. Does anyone have anything they would like to ask or inquire from Shirodeon at all?
I don't think so. But I'm going to take this tissue and I'm going to eventually create a cure for the common cold with it.
Jockey.
Fucking. Yes, Jimmy.
Yes, jerky. Enjoy. yeah, Data, do you have anything?
Data will. He will pause. Do we know what general like amount of time it's been? Like what time of the year it is?
I mean, on the Grand Line, I don't know if that is really relevant. Because
Gotcha.
every island
yeah.
has its own ecosystem, and there's summer islands, and there's winter islands.
The reason that I asked is they're just like, I can't recall, but when is the next reverie going to be held?
I mean,
You asking about Christmas?
plot convenience would probably say round about the point you probably read, if I had to put a timestamp on it. But yeah, plot convenience. In that amount of time.
I see.
You know, if we're working on roundabout 20 episodes, fills an arc, and, you know, let's say there's maybe 2 or 3. I'd say 2 sessions, like 2 more arcs before you hit the new world, maybe. So, you know, the amount of time it has been since then, yeah, that amount of time.
So double. So it's gonna take us another 2 years.
Maybe. Unless all of a sudden we start like powering through story arcs, going, nope, go, boom.
Time.
We land on an island. Next episode, we're off the island.
I mean, that'd be impressive if we could move that quickly. I mean, I
Look,
suppose
that's probably how fast we would move if we never got off track.
probably. But also, I don't have enough. I can't plan that much. Yeah. So, I mean, he doesn't. Obviously, he doesn't say that amount of time.
Right. He
but-
says in amount of time that will
be
known
approximately
that
this.
amount of time has passed.
Yes. That amount of time, and you go, oh,
You know-
nice.
Knowing Shirley, only you're like, they haven't decided. I don't know.
If they have, I didn't pay attention. I think that was a me.
Soon-ish.
Look, I had just had like a real big lunch break. You know, it was late afternoon. It was at like 4:30. Do you think I was paying attention to anything after 4:20? No.
Do you pay attention to things before that time?
That's beside the point. That I was paying less attention, and also, you know, I was making plans. I was working on these plans. You know, warlord stuff. That's my deal. That's my whole bag. You reverie stuff. That's one of the other admirals. You're gonna have to find a way to communicate with them if you want to learn about that junk. Now, don't make me find my notes on the other admirals because I don't know where they are.
I don't even remember any other admirals. I remember Vice Admiral Hotbod.
Okay, actually, you know what?
Oh yes, we should probably talk about that.
Yeah. So the little bit of lore and little thread to work on. Shurayon will turn around and say, "Look, reverie planning. That's not my bag. Admiral Kuraoni, he's on top of all that. That's who's doing all that jazz. So, yeah. I'm not allowed to give you his contact information. But if you ever see him, ask him. So now you have another admiral's name.
What was it again?
Kuro Oni. It's a very boring and literal translation of Black Devil, or Black Demon, or Black Oni, whatever you want to call it.
Lovely.
And
With
with that,
White Lion and Black Demon.
yep. You can tell which
Alright.
one's the good admiral and which one's the bad admiral. Bardic using basic symbolism? Yes! Now we're going to go to the next island of Nasty Town with the king incompetent.
Well, I guess if the admiral just took the prisoners for us, we can just. What do we do with all the fucking slaves?
So as Shirayon steps off the boat, all the he lifts his hand up as if to wave to you as he's walking away. But what he actually does is he moves his hand, and it does a little wave, and then his hand just like grows. When I say it grows, it becomes like bigger than the size of the entire Smokestacks Island, and just forms like a giant cloud. And it covers up all the other boats, all the other life rafts, and he just swoops and walks, and this, as the cloud disappears, they're just gone. Dude just grabbed everyone and walks off.
Wonderful.
What convenience! Alright, yeah. So you have resolved what to do with that. This has been a nice little post-arc wrap-up. We still have a decent amount of time, actually. Still got like half an hour or so. Are there any things in character that people would like to do?
I did say in the Roll20 that I am giving everybody their vaccines. I didn't know if you wanted to have interactions with all of those, especially the other two players that are here.
I mean, I don't know how much interaction you want to have with that, but
Oh, I've got an interaction.
yeah. What is it?
I'm gonna roll. What would it be? My fortitude?
A
I
fortitude
want to roll
save.
to see if I start having like side effects to it, and if I have the farting sneezes.
What? Why?
It's an unknown side effect.
Unknown side effects because it's
Unknown side
untested.
effects.
It is an untested vaccine. I mean, sure.
Would that be a fortitude save?
I
Sure.
think so, yeah.
Why that side effect specifically?
Because it's fun.
Comedy!
He's a fucking skunk.
You might just sneeze. It might just be sneezing. However, when I sneeze, duck.
Goose.
Skunk.
The skunk.
There it is.
Skunk spray. Is that what the name of the game?
What is
You got-
it?
It's a 22. That's pretty good.
Okay, I have
All
no
right.
side effects.
You're fine.
We're safe for now.
So, obviously, you kind of now just need to wait for your log pose to realign and adjust. So, whilst you're doing that, you probably have an amount of time. It doesn't really matter. Does anybody want to interact with one another, discuss plans, discuss whatever the next island is, what you hope to do when you get there? Because maybe could use some downtime. I don't know if the ship needs any repairs. I don't know if you'd want to restock supplies. Well, what plans would like to be made? I mean, do you want to have?
I don't know how we could restock supplies because we don't. There's the crab is destroyed.
I mean, like stuff to plan to talk about. So, like, okay, what supplies do we actually want and need? Jimmy, there was some screaming in your room. Is everything okay?
Oh yeah, there was that. I forgot about that. Jimmy, what'd you do in your room?
Why? Whatever do you mean?
Why was there screaming in your room earlier? What did you do?
Sometimes I just want to scream.
Jimmy, James, the real name.
Jimboree.
Break out the real name. He just goes by Jimmy the whole time.
Yeah, James' last name. No,
James.
Jimmothy.
James
That's not my
Skunkman.
name. Yeah, that's not my name, Captain.
James Skunkman, you tell me.
He goes, my name's Jimmothy.
Jimmothy. Wonderful.
That's canon now. Alright,
Jimmothy Skunkman, what is in there?
just to let you know, they're legally dead, so it's okay.
What?
What?
Alright, I'm gonna bring you to my room. Well, you're going to smell kind of rotting flesh, but it's okay.
Kind of.
Can you
So-
really tell the specific smells in Jimmy's room?
They just know it smells bad, but I've gotten better at mastering my own smell and not letting it leak out.
Hmm.
But they still thought it was just bad smelling. Yeah. So here's the thing. You know how Chum was not Chum, Aggie? Who was it?
Mhm.
They
Maggie.
had an assistant? And
Dummy.
it was a robot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
What
god.
is... I open the door and you see an undead zombified hot jock.
Why Hot Jock?
Because it's a
Because
dead
I
body
have
we had
issues.
access to.
Data will pull out the Law of the Sea and begin to furiously flip through it.
Meanwhile, undead
What?
hot. All right,
There's no way this isn't illegal.
Jimmy, please
The dead
describe
legally?
undead hot jock for us. What's going on here?
Well, he's bigger than normal. Cause I don't know the anatomy. I don't know the anatomy of humans, so I think I may have given him more bones than he needs.
More bones. You gave him extra bone. Why?
Cause you don't exactly seem thrilled about this. Couldn't exactly ask you.
Why Hot Jock?
Because I have issues and I
How long
hate them.
have you been holding his fucking body? Because last time I saw him, we were still in the fucking South Blue.
Since session 20.
Yeah.
You've been holding him for a fucking year?
Yeah.
Is that why your room smelled so bad?
Yes.
It's not even because of your own freaking skunk stuff, it's because of his rotting body?
Haven't you noticed how you don't need gas mask and I don't need a suit anymore for a long time without you guys dying?
I thought we just got used to it.
I've been able to control my stink for a while.
So this whole time, Hot Jock, who I assume is stood. I mean, Hot Jock was already like quite a big guy. Have you made any like modifications to Hot Jock? Like, so obviously undead. I don't know, like what kind of zombie aesthetic are we going for? Like different patches of skin. So you maybe have like weapons or stuff attached to him. Like, did you give him like a football helmet or something to be like permanently part of his head now? Like, what?
I do have some weapons in the corner, but I have not yet to implement it on him.
Mm-hmm.
Right now he's just bigger, decayed flesh, some flesh I had to stitch on, and there was a lot of bones just popping out of place.
just like misshapen arm. Like it's got like an extra shoulder joint up there.
Reminds me of fucking like Eva from Igor, if you've ever seen that movie.
I think it was a long time ago.
It's a great movie, and I actually rewatched it a couple months ago. But
So, can Hot Jock communicate in any way, shape, or form?
Right now it's just tortured screams. No, it's okay.
So
It's okay.
he can't just shout sports.
No, not yet.
Sports.
I forgot that you can get a fucking minion.
I've been working on it.
And it says in the fucking rulebook that a minion can be a cyborg, zombie, or any other unnatural life form, and you made a fucking zombie.
Yes, I did.
And just as a heads up, Data, you find nothing about this being illegal. Like, nope, technically not illegal. Definitely immoral, but no graves were robbed. No one was murdered for this. I mean, because technically Hotjock was a criminal, trying to get in the way, and just natural death that occurred in the field.
I don't know. This seems pretty premeditated to me.
He's been holding his body since we murdered his ass on fucking Ohikaio.
I mean, Hotjock was murdered as you were going up Reverse Mountain. Like, he just got flung off the side of a boat. So Jimmy went.
That's right. That's right.
Started deflating like a balloon. I later found him caught on the side of the ship, and I decided I have use.
Now, I have no idea what technically happens with Hotjock's fruit, because technically Hotjock did die. So the body, the body would not retain the devil fruit, sadly. I do know there is the chart you can roll on to see if there's a chance that you somehow got a devil fruit to give to Hotjock. Did you roll on that yet? Or
no, I have not.
So I think it's a 20% chance, isn't it? From the PDF.
I think 5%.
But
It's a result.
What do I roll? Just a d20?
Just roll a d20.
Alright.
Nope.
That is a big fat no. Given a 5% chance that you need to roll a 20.
That's within a 5%.
The wrong 5%.
Yeah. So, no,
God.
you did not manage to imbue him with the devil fruit.
God looks down and he's like, yeah, I'm not endorsing this.
Pretty fucked
You
up.
could do what Maggie did and kill him again, revive him, and possibly get another devil fruit via the way of the book. But I don't know if that works with zombies versus cyborgs.
That's a good idea.
I mean,
Captain picks up a machete.
I'm not serious. I'm not talking in character. Goddamn.
See, I just love the idea of Jimmy grabbing a machete and just ramming it through Hotjock. The zombie is collapsing on the floor.
This is cathartic for you, isn't it? This is your anti-stress mechanism.
I was about to fucking say that, Mark and Data are just on the side, just horrified. I'm like, this is my therapy!
You just cut off his fucking head and then stitch it back on.
You murder small animals for fun? It's the first sign of a serial killer, you freak.
I mean, technically he's not small. He's Hotjock. He's like a people size.
I don't know. It's just a line from fucking Family Guy, Blue Harvest.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
That's...
Jimmy got a zombie.
I've
They're
been
friends.
messaging Bardic back and forth about this for a while, so I didn't make it
For about a year now?
Yep. Been waiting for the right time.
Data is thoroughly disturbed by what he's witnessing. It's like, well, don't do that again.
I don't think he can. Unless there was another high school bully he had that we're gonna murder.
Well, let's be frank here. There's probably plenty.
Is that
Fair.
a fucking read?
It is, and it's absolutely fair.
Oh
Oh my god.
So, yeah. Obviously, we still have a little bit of time, but I don't know if there's anything else we particularly want to add in, with...
I don't think so. I think this is a good place to stop.
Yeah. And
next session, we can pick up actually moving through the Grand Line again. Hopefully with our navigator, so as we actually can move through the Grand Line.
Fingers crossed. So,
What's my last name?
What is your last name? I said
Jimmothy.
Skunkman. Jimmothy Skunkman.
That's just it? I've changed my name legally to Skunkman?
no, it was a really
No,
unfortunate
it was already
coincidence.
Skunkman.
No.
And that's why Hot Jock made fun of you, because you didn't have your skunk powers in high school.
No, I'd like to imagine it was something similar. And it's just like, I joined up the Marines, like, oh, what's your name? Jimmothy Startman? That's stupid. You look like a skunk. Skunkman.
So,
I don't think you could do that. Nope,
So-
your new name's Skunkman now.
Okay, James. Jimmothy Conquester. Conquester. And then I was like, nah, Skunkman.
Yeah.
Whatever. Your backstory, sure.
Yep.
Imagine being named Jimmothy Conquester. That's
Jimmothy. Just imagine being named Jimmothy. Like, ugh.
Bardic, my entire backstory is told in the Bongo JoJo art style from
Oh,
part
God.
3.
Oh, fuck.
Boingo Boingo, yeah.
Oingo
Yeah, that's
Boingo,
it.
yeah.
That's all my
Oingo
entire
Boingo
backstory is
Brothers!
We've done some real stupid stuff on this show.
Which I think is weird that Oingo Boingo translates to, like, Zenyatta and Stanyata?
What?
Something like that?
Oh no, it doesn't translate. Oingo
Is it-
Boingo is a band.
Yeah.
I know it is, but
So
like
they-
in the like, I was watching subbed at this point when I went through that arc, and so they said Zenyatta and Stanyata, but the subtitle said Oingo and Boingo. It was very strange.
Wait, they said Zenyatta?
Yes,
That's maybe that's a wait. What?
I was watching subbed, right? So they're speaking Japanese, but they said Zenyatta, Sanyata, or something of that nature. I know one of them was Zenyatta, but the subtitles would say Oingo and Boingo.
Hold on.
I don't remember how it works. JoJo's and names is... Well, it's like JoJo's and palette schemes. You know, they're very malleable. They don't really have one.
Yeah, if you search in Google JoJo Zenyatta, the first thing that comes up is Oingo. Which are, as it says, Zenyatta and his brother Mondata. Sorry.
Oh, those. Okay, so that I think that's backwards. Because I'm seeing here that it says that their localized name are different.
Hmm.
I'd have
I
to
don't
go
know,
back
man.
and watch. Like, it's wild. Legally distinctive names are weird. Like,
It's very
weird.
strange.
You know, the fact that Aerosmith gets changed to Little Bomber. Like, why?
Yeah,
I don't know.
because it's a little bummer.
You're a little bomber.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you? Question mark?
But
Okay, so before we wrap up, does anybody have any final thing they want to do in character? As Jimmy has revealed that kind of a fucking sadist.
Data would walk to his room silently, and then come back 5 minutes later with another morality for dummies and just hand it to Jimmy.
I love
I
how you
take
keep
it.
multiple copies of this.
I take it, I'm like, oh, alright. And I browse through it and I stop on a page, I'm like, well, that's fucking stupid.
Do you give it to... Okay, so what is Hot Jock Zombie's name? Is it Zombie Jock? Is it Hot Zombie?
Zomjock.
Like, what are we naming
Hot
this?
Zom.
Data refuses to acknowledge that this zombie's existence.
I think I'm gonna name it Hot Zom.
Hot Zom.
I like that, but
Cool.
yeah.
Can we give them morality for dummies to Hot Zom? Maybe Hot Zom becomes like the moral compass of the crew.
I need
It
to
just
like,
goes-
Absorbs the Morality for Dummies book and then spouts facts from it.
Just sees everything through an eye, like morality in sports terms. So it just goes offside, technical foul.
I have done one thing for Hot Zom,
Yeah,
and that is that if you look at his palms, you'll see a tube in the center of it.
Okay.
And I don't know how to make it automatic yet, but I go around to his back and I flip a switch, and he just sprays a short batch of my acid on the ground.
You gave him the fucking Buzz Lightyear karate chop, but with acid.
I guess.
Chop, chop, chop.
There was only one kind of issue about it. As you see his hand kind of just fall off. I don't know how to contain it without it rotting him.
A little bit of his hand falls off, so you just see the tube. Just
Yeah.
that you've clearly jammed in. To type back in. You have wedged this tube in around his flesh.
Now you see why he's been a secret for a year. I don't
Oh my god.
I don't know how to work zombies.
Data's going to. Captain, I'm going to sleep now.
Oh, are you? You're actually gonna sleep tonight?
Yes.
Unless Insomnia's a bitch.
Typically, I don't actually have insomnia. I don't sleep because of the nightmares, but
Now I will.
This is
The nightmares
There's a higher
are nicer
priority.
than this. The nightmares are less panic-inducing than the reality of a hot zone.
so I'm just gonna go ahead and go to sleep now.
Hey, maybe a side effect of the vaccine is nice dreams. Maybe you won't have nightmares.
I highly doubt that.
roll a will save.
save.
Do it. Roll a will save.
Do it.
Here, wait,
do it.
hold on. Is low good or bad good?
I don't know.
You must determine it now.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say bad is good because that means
Bad is good.
if good
Alright.
if high happens, then his own will of having nightmares overtakes it. But if
Okay.
he fails, that means good dreams.
Sorry. So here's what's gonna be. 10 to 15, not 10 to 15. 5 to 15, it does nothing.
Mhm.
Oh wait, no, that's not a good base.
I was about to say you have high.
My
Bonuses.
willpower's like super fucking good. I don't know. Higher than. Let's see. So
Well, what's your bonus?
15. It's +9, so 15 to 25.
Why don't we just check
does
like
nothing.
instead of figuring it out? Why don't we just say like what's on the die?
Yeah, sure.
5 to 15 is your does nothing. 1 to 4 is,
I
Good
cast
dreams?
good dreams.
and then
Higher.
16 to 20 is.
Yeah,
Bad.
bad dreams. No. 16 to 20 is it makes my bad dreams worse than they were before.
Because hot
Six-
zom is now in them.
16.
Yeah, now
16
you
to
have hot
20.
thumb in your dream, in your terrible
Let's
dream.
find out.
You bullied me in high school.
Well, that's a will
No,
save.
it does nothing.
That was a 10 on the die.
It does nothing.
Still falls in, but does nothing.
Quite
So you have-
literally nothing.
So you have the regular nightmares. Nice.
Yeah.
But there is a comfort in knowing that there is not a zombie in them.
My God.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that
Um,
is this session. I'm tired.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll if he starts screaming because he lost his hand.
I'm sorry, what?
Hot Zom lost his hand. He
His
might
hand
be
fell off.
upset.
Whoa. What?
Yeah, Hot Zom
it
is
doesn't-
upset, I think, with a fall.
He's upset.
Whoa.
I
Hot
have no
Zom
way to
grabs his hand and is mashing it against his wrist. Go back.
Well, it's a good thing that Data's asleep.
Alright, so yeah,
So
let's
he doesn't have to see this.
wrap it on up there for this. I don't even know what to call this, so we're just gonna say this.
Episode
Let's
session.
end this.
Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you everybody for being a part
Stop
of
being you. You just gestured to all of me.
this. Just stop this, Jimmy. So yeah, I am the Bardic Knock. Find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. And yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks, hopefully, with more of this. Hopefully with other people here as well, and we'll be progressing on to the next arc, I guess. What that entails, I don't know. I haven't got plans. So, yeah.
Jimmy will find more people that mocks him.
Oh God.
Nick, who are you? What was this?
I'm Nick. I'm Strider Winters on the internet. Find me here. Find me on Kay's channel. You can find me in the Discord as well. The Discord's the easiest place to find me because I don't pay attention to most social media. I don't know what the hell Merc is thinking right now because I don't know what the hell I'm thinking right now with what Jimmy has thrown upon us. It makes sense for the character because he's this fucking scientist career,
Does
which
it?
gets a minion.
Does it
But-
make sense?
For him to have a minion, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But to be holding on to this body for out of character, it's been a fucking year since we've been in the Grand Line.
Yeah?
Out of character, you know I'm bad with character sheets.
Yes, and you've decided to make a second character sheet when you don't even use your normal one.
You know. Just cause.
But it's a fucking
That's not
Hot
the
jock.
problem here.
and it's a zombie, and you've been holding this for weeks in character.
No one fucking asked.
To be
Boy.
fair, if you go back, there will be little hints at this dropped throughout because me and James have been messaging back and forth, and James has been dropping little, yeah, I'm working on stuff.
And
I
then
just
I
know fucking more weapons or some
Yeah.
such shit. Like different ways for you to use your fucking powers.
This is
did you
a
find it
different
odd that
way.
they were never implemented?
I just thought you forgot or something because you're you. You're like, okay, I have this character. This is what he can do, and continues to do the things throughout all of campaign. And then you're like, I can do this too. Yeah,
I haven't been focusing on me.
Oh, this is wonderful. James,
boy.
James, who are
Yes.
you and what do you have to say for yourself?
I am James. I play as Jimmothy Skunkman.
Oh my god, it makes fucking sense. I don't know about dead bodies. Fucking A.
Jesus Christ, James, your dream has become reality.
It
That's
has become
terrifying.
reality. I don't know anything about corpses.
This is absolutely
I just
true.
bones.
It makes so much sense now.
That's your answer, Nick. The reason why it's now. My dream has spoken to me.
Yes, continue.
Jimmothy Stunkman has now revealed the zombie he has been upgrading,
Hiding.
Harboring.
developing this whole time. And now that the big shock reveal's over and they didn't just walk in on a disembodied head, or me shoving shit into him, now I can openly try to search for materials that are flexible but won't just dissolve. Gotta find another hand.
Oh god.
Anyways.
Alright, Rin. Words. Say words, Rin.
Is there...
Say the words, Ren.
I can't think of anything.
You know what? I think that works. So with that,
Say the words, Ren.
Are they sounds or words?
with that,
Um,
we're gonna wrap it on up. So thank you everybody, and until next time, stay safe and happy adventures. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Dibs on the next corpse.